Alright, take us away, Mr. Genesis.
One sec. So, I just have to say what's on this card, right? Okay. This is for mature audience. Contains violence, drugs, and heavy alcohol use. So if you're not 15 years or older, leave at your earliest convenience. Please. Leave. I'm not getting paid for this, am I?
Oh, no, you are not. We have returned to the new year with a great time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Evil campaign.
Yay.
That's exactly what I want to hear.
Wow!
So,
God, brilliant.
you've devised a plan, haphazardly, with your friend Holter. Holter has said he'll do his best to keep the hordes of spectral beings from getting to you, whilst you deal with the main boss. He cannot guarantee that you'll survive. He can just guarantee that you might be able to do something more than he can, because his power is all magic. And something is zapping his magic.
Yep.
Stabby stab, stabby stab.
In the interest of this, is there any final preparations that you need, as you have heard that he is moving towards the town you're in? This creature.
I believe Angerfist inquired about getting like some blankets and shit so then we don't freeze in the night.
Alright. You would be able to get those.
Cool.
Does everyone have a weapon they can use?
I mean, I wouldn't exactly call this thing a weapon, but it does allow me to do the magic bullshit.
I don't know, did you see that scene from Harry Potter?
If I'm being honest, I don't know where the fuck we are. Because the last thing I remember was us being locked away
Not locked away.
in cells. That's the last thing I remember happening to us.
That is a long time ago.
Long fucking time ago. Like, that's before you became Harold Chieftain, dude.
No. We got knocked out by the fucking boss, or the mini boss, or whatever. Then we got fucking polymorphed into different classes and shit. And I swear Max said that we woke up locked
we
in
wo-
a cell or some shit. I can't remember exactly.
We woke up in the middle of a desert with a town nearby.
No, see, I don't remember this. That or I'm just retarded. I don't know.
Yeah, we went to the town and all of us pretty much got taught like the basics of what we should be able to do. You, I believe, fought against I think a water genasi druid who helped you figure out what kind of druid you are, and it was like very much punchy.
Yeah, that does sound a little bit familiar, but I mean, it's been how long since last session that I actually pardoned?
That is a good point.
Hello there.
Hello.
Oh, it's a moon.
This, you have joined
It's
to
indeed a
listen
moon.
into the shenanigans.
It's a moon.
Anyway, so you asked if everyone has weapons. One of them answered they don't remember what has been going on.
I just got fists.
Meta-wise, I believe that you went and got your made your spellcasting focus thingo from electrocuting sand. That whatever that stuff is called, I forget what it's called.
I'm just gonna call it dragon glass because it can't be fucked. Because I actually don't have anything saved, I don't think. Wait, well, no, I've got saves, spells.
Fulgurites.
I've got spell saves. Saved. but that's it.
Alexander raises his hand.
What'd you say it was,
Fulgurite.
True.
Fulgurites.
Excuse me, Angerfist.
Yeah, Jimus?
Do you have a bow?
No. All I have is this. As he raises the wand.
That's a stick, but it's missing some string.
Yeah, and it's not exactly long. And it's not long enough to be able to use as a bow either.
Could be a short bow.
But maybe something tiny.
Halfling could use it.
Maybe, but it allows me to do the magic bullshit that you used to do. I'm not going to be as good as it. I have no
I
experience.
never used a wand.
True, I never did see you use one of these things.
But you see, I was a real wizard.
Press X to doubt.
I mean, I'm not going to dispute that. You were definitely the magical expert of fucking the group. Literally no contest. But yeah, unlike you, I'm gonna need to use this stick. Unlike how you were, I'm gonna need to use this stick to do my spells. Which, for some reason, I just know.
All thanks to a tiny card
Fucking
roll.
sorcerers.
Yeah. Well, you definitely have a weapon. You were swinging around that great axe earlier.
Yep, it's certainly a great axe.
Right?
That depends, Genesis. Do you have a weapon?
Well, I've got a few spells I can use. I'd like to have a weapon, but it would take time to get a decent.
Like to have a weapon, you say? Why didn't you say so?
I asked for a bow.
And you got a bow.
Yeah, Holden looks towards you. Sorry,
What's
I had
that?
to do that. Look, his name's Ir.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so he looks towards you, and he's just like, I'm not sure how well the string would work if I were to try and make one of those. If you had string lying around, I could.
I pull out a piece of my hair.
It's not very long.
I pull out another piece of my hair.
So, Halter, with some limited magic, casts Fabricate as he creates a long sword and hands it over to you, Genesis.
Thank you. This will help immensely.
Oh, well, it's just a longsword. Don't think it's anything special. He then takes the 2 strands of hair and he concentrates and creates what looks to be like a crystal bow with 2 very thin strands of hair connected to it. And he hands it
Perfect.
over to you. I'm not sure how long that string will last. I may have made it stronger or made it more brittle.
It
But-
only needs to work once.
Alright, we all set?
Well, given the Fark seems out of the count, can't rely on him for this.
I think I saw him
Ah,
sneaking
shit.
off. I think he's enjoying being a rogue.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. Well, I've got some shit to stop us from dying in the middle of the night, so from freezing to death at least.
Yes.
Alright, sounds like we're all ready. He starts walking out of the town.
Yeah. Angus will head to go as well. I believe, meta-wise, we are going to a ruins thing that is.
Not too far from
So-
where they'll probably be walking past.
Yeah,
It's got some shade from the sun and just enough area for everyone to sort of relax out of the heat. While
yeah,
they wait.
yeah.
So after about an hour's travel, you guys see the ruins ahead.
All right.
What is everyone's passives?
18
Passive what?
perception.
Perception.
22.
Perception.
20.
Yep.
Believe
I
mine's
saw passive
25.
wisdom, and I'm like, wait, that's wisdom.
You say yours is 5?
25.
25. Okay. So. With those of you with 20 and above, you notice that these ruins look somewhat old. But wait, come. So, these ruins look somewhat old, yet the stone looks like it's in pristine condition. But on closer look, this might actually be the ribcage of a once long dead creature turned into a ruin of sorts, or used to be a site of worship. If any of you would like to roll me a nature check, you can see if you can find out what animal it was.
Fuck yeah, I will.
Says the artificer.
Yeah.
With a +5 to nature. That's a 19.
Dude,
I got a 15.
did anyone get a 25?
No.
Only two of us rolled, so no.
Nope.
Uh,
Don't know what it is. Though this creature looks unbelievably large.
you could almost say gargantuan.
More than gargantuan. It looks like it is on the cusp of colossal.
Oh. Okay. Shit.
So, as you get to the ruins, you can see what looks to be depictions of things that had happened. Would anyone like to roll to see if they can make sense of this with...
What are we rolling for?
Would this be an insight?
This would be a history and perception check.
Oh, I'll do two different rolls then.
How do you do that?
You roll history, then you roll perception.
Or do
No,
you roll perception?
You roll perception first.
Okay.
Then, depending if you get a high enough roll,
Oh, well, I got a 30.
okay.
And
Nice.
history. Do you want me to roll that now
Stuff
or wait?
You have advantage.
Do I?
Yes, Genesis, you have disadvantage on your history.
Oh,
Was that nat
You
one
don't-
better than nat 20?
Yep.
Yep.
well.
Oof.
9.
7.
Wait.
Yeah.
So,
Wait. Where is it? Ah, 1 second. I'm using Flash of Genius to add my intelligence modifier to the roll,
alright,
which that brings me from a 9 to a 14.
congratulations. Due to
We're still
your
fine.
ill perception, you believe that this used to be a great dragon. One that did not have wings, but seemed to burrow.
You told me this? Or us this?
There's then as for Axtef, upon looking, you believe that this must have been a beast.
Pretty big
of,
owlbear.
Yeah, you believe that this might have been the god of owlbears.
Yeah, fair.
Me says out loud, it's a dragon. It's an owlbear.
It's a dragon?
A dragon?
Your bear.
I didn't say mine out loud. I'm
I know.
thinking on it.
All right. Well, whilst we're waiting for the to get into the spot where we want to ambush them, how do you think we should approach this? Are we just going to try and just brute force it, like run in the face of this thing and try and beat the shit out of it? Or are we gonna do we want to try and actually come up with a bit of a plan?
Grr, stabby stab.
Stabby stab is fine, so long as we can try and find some way that you don't get stabby stabbed yourself.
Grr, stabby stab.
I just realized I need a monster manual.
I legitimately don't know if you're fucking with me. I know that our character, what makes us has been fucked with, so your intelligence has dropped. I just can't tell. I just don't know whether you're fucking with me on how much it's dropped.
Grr, stabby stab.
Right.
Holter
God's head.
points out to the road. That's only about a 5-minute walk from this location, as the road that you traveled up to this location would have winded up towards here, but wouldn't have, but did not go through here.
Yeah.
And he points out, well, regardless if it's a minute or less, we got the choice of waiting here or until we start seeing them make camp. I'm pretty sure they still need to rest, so
Yes, it's just if they rest during the night, I don't know how many of us can see during the dark. Attacking during night would be beneficial to us because it gives us the element of surprise. But that surprise will be taken away if, again, no one here can see in the dark.
I can. I also have a spell that will allow us to see in the dark.
Puny magic go brr.
And how long would that spell last? What's the next point would be is whether. Okay, the next point would be is whether we would be able to sneak, whether we would be able to sneak into the camp at all to be able to get to where the one we want to destroy is or defeat is.
just a reminder, guys, he didn't really have an army with him. He's just kind of walking around on his own until he spawns his spectral army.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot that.
It's
Surprise
cool.
is still.
I think we should walk right up to him
Surprise
and
is still
stab him in the
advantage.
face.
Mac, did I get you to send me? Actually, no, I can search it up, can't I?
You want me to send you a monster manual?
No, I'll just find it.
That plan could work. You will get stabbed in return
Yeah.
at some point.
Then we will stab him
I
harder.
just got it on any flip, any Senate.
Somehow catch it by surprise. That would be ideal.
Oh,
So if
do
it is
I-
if it is indeed by itself, as you say, wait, no, it's not Holt that said that. Was that Meta you saying that?
No, that was Halter saying it. 'Cause
Okay,
you were
so if it
talking, he
is
couldn't help it. He was saying it whilst looking at all of the hieroglyphics.
Yeah. Next, so if he is indeed by himself, as Holt has said, and it does need to make camp for the night would probably be the most beneficial time. Would probably be the ideal time to hit it.
I would like to stipulate I can only cast that 3 times.
Cool.
Well, as I
Great.
said, he might sleep.
He might sleep. Yes. Either way,
I've only met him once, and that one time was not fun.
yeah. Either way, we try to get some rest in, maybe try. Because I used some spells, I don't know if I rest, I get those back, and I don't know if I need to rest for a certain period of time to get them back, to be able to cast them again. I don't think I can cast as many as I could before.
I'm sure you could all get a nice rest in before he arrives.
So we could try for a rest and then just fucking attempt to beat the shit out of it. I think I have a spell in mind that should help you at least, Jim, is stabby stab better.
Ooh. Stabby stab.
However, keep in mind that if I stop focusing on that spell, or when it ends, you won't be able to do anything for a little bit.
You speak of haste.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Hasty stabby stab. Like meat in a blender.
The fuck is a blender?
What I will be.
Right.
We should get her resting either way.
Yes, nap time.
Hey, what so you said that this was a giant dragon, right? Anyone else got any
That's-
theories on what this is? I got my own theory.
Well, it doesn't have wings, so
I mean, by the size of it, I heard stories I heard stories when I was a kid, and I'm sure other people did about a Tarask, but I don't think those things die.
I look back at the thing.
They don't die unless a godly power kills them.
Or if you apply a wish correctly. Like if you wish it hard enough. As
Damn,
you
I
stab
just
it.
really just started going full
Wait.
intellect.
Wait. How big are Tarasks usually? I'm looking at Halter.
It depends how long they've had a chance to be alive for. I've heard that some layers of the Abyss are actually owned by Tarasks. Not Demon Lords, but Tarasks.
How big do dragons get?
It depends how long's the piece of string. It really depends on what sort of dragon you're dealing with.
What's the
Considering
large?
the large dragon I've seen? That would be the elemental one that has been getting bigger as we speak. It was only born a few months ago, and it's already reaching colossal size.
I've seen them reach world size before.
And that's a scary thought. I don't want to know where you're from.
Apparently, he's from somewhere that annoyed him. Them.
I'm on
That
holiday to
sounds right.
stabby stab.
Anyway, best rest up. I'll be your eyes and ears.
Thank you, Holden.
Halter,
Yeah?
are you a male?
Yes, why?
I find myself in a female body.
Don't even think about it.
Yeah.
I am not about to pull a. What was his name again? I'm not
Necrone.
about to deal. I'm not about to pull a Necron Narcs with Victoria Starlight. That is not something that I am going to do. Kids will tie me down.
I mean, I just
There's a
need it for an experiment.
Kids will tie me down. I ain't falling for that.
Yeah, there's a time and a place to talk about making those things, and the time and place for that is when you've accomplished
Shut
your
up,
goal.
weakling.
I'm not going to deny that I'm physically weaker than you right now. I hate saying that.
I go over and lay down.
Alright. So. Halter will just fly up to the top of the ruins and just sit there as a lookout. Who goes to sleep?
I go to sleep.
Angerfist would have
Give me a bit.
Angerfist would have distributed the blankets and stuff on the premise, like that when it starts getting cold, use them so then you don't freeze.
You walk over to the one that just lied down, call you a weakling. You're just like, at least I'm smart.
He would say that if he wasn't pretty sure that they would then attack him.
Yeah. I go to sleep. Start resting.
Oh fuck.
Angerfist would rest. Attempt to rest, at least. He's not sure if resting as a human will be different than resting as a Goliath. He needs to figure out a whole different sleeping position.
You're now small enough to actually encompass the whole of the.
Yeah, the blanket actually covers him. This is different.
This is different.
Fuck it, yeah, I just go to sleep.
Alright. So, as you all sleep, you find yourself in a dream state. In your old bodies at the moment, but in a dream state, as you can see the hallowed night staring at you all. You then see that you're sort of having an out-of-body experience, because your bodies are lying on the ground. He raises his hand as 5 skull rings appear on his hand, each one with a colorating color, before he then waves his hand as your bodies float up in the sky, and out of the mist of his own comes 5 new bodies, each one a body you sort of recognize as the ones that you have become.
Bastard!
Before he imbues each ring color into each of you. As your old bodies then get absorbed into him.
Well, I certainly. Angerfist thinks to himself in his dreams, saying, "I certainly hope this doesn't mean the more powerful we get as these alternate versions of ourselves, the more powerful he will get. It'll make beating the shit out of him a lot more annoying."
As your dreams
Also,
then
fuck.
return to various things that seem like half nightmares because of you being in different bodies, and half not nightmares because you're still doing the things you like. It's very confusing.
Actually, I think that I think that would just be straight up nightmares for Angerfist, because the things that he likes are all like almost entirely tuned to the fact that he is a Goliath. Like the amount he drinks, the way he fights, yada yada yada. Like that's just a nightmare because he's doing everything so worse.
Yeah, now your dreams about drinking are falling flat. Now, you all went to bed rather early that night, as Halter wakes you all up at 6 in the morning, just before the sun starts rising in the desert. He has set out a small feast for all of you to have.
Thank you.
Before I start eating, everyone notices me start touching shit. Start touching my shit, and then I walk out, and then
Why would you touch your own shit? That's disgusting.
I was about to ask the exact same thing.
fucking hell.
Why
I'm
would you
doing
wanna
Now
fuck
you're
out?
fucking a plane.
I'm doing my infusions. So, nah.
As long as they don't get covered in sticky white stuff.
Angerfist.
I'm a female. Currently.
Angerfist, you should change your spells. Oh wait, you can't. You're a weak mage.
I walk over to Angerfist and
Right.
I say to you, could I see your wand for a second? I may be able to make things. Yes, I may be able to make this a lot better for you.
So it's fine when she asks for it, but when I ask Holter for it, it's no.
You were going to use it to turn it into a bow, then I wouldn't be able to do my magic bullshit.
That is not what I'm talking about.
Your spell casting please. Your spell casting focus, please. Can you hand it to me? I know, I'm just trying to get ignored and lost it. Fucking hell.
That took me a bit.
Who's he yelling at?
Do you hand me your spell casting focus?
He
Me?
doesn't hand it to you, he's just holding it up.
So do you
Oh, well,
all take part in this?
Yeah.
I'm eating.
I'm confused.
I'm doing this quickly before
Holter has made a feast for us after waking us up.
I heard the feast, yeah, but
Genesis
then
is doing
Genesis
something
is
with
screaming
his
on about a
infusion.
fucking
Yeah, I'm just quickly doing something.
spell focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is now an enhanced spell casting focus. So it does a +2 to. As I just quickly bring it up, I had it up a second ago.
I thought that was only at level 15.
Nope, 10. It does a +2 to spell attacks. It also ignores half cover.
Okay, so you turned it into a +2 Wonder the War mage.
Who do partake in the feast that is
Yeah.
laid out before you? You are for the next. Is it? For the next hour. Oh, sorry. For the next 24 hours, your hit point maximum increases by 2d10. You are immune to the frightened condition. And you are immune to being poisoned.
So all of us.
We roll the 2d10 separately. Yeah, everyone's just.
Yep, 2d10 separately.
Eee.
Just remember that is not temp health, but temporary maximum health for the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yes, 2s10.
2s10. Ah, that's a good one.
You also have. It is also a spell has been stored on it. 2nd level, magic missile. Which let me just find out exactly how many times you can use that.
Hey, nice.
My question is still, who is this to? Is this to me or is
this is to me?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to figure out earlier.
So that's at +11.
Well, if it's magic missile, there's no need for a spell casting attack.
Yeah. You can use it equal to a number of times of you can use it 10 times before I have to reapply it.
Cool.
And before this,
and then I
dig
dig in.
Is resistant to that, or happens to have a brooch of shielding on him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'd kind of like to.
Against.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to imagine that Genesis is saying this to Angerfist and he's just eating whatever's something in front of him.
So,
yeah,
you guys have just partaken in Hero's Feast. It is a great feast for anyone to eat. It is just full of all of the good stuff.
So, that was it. We're immune to the frightened.
Angerfist feels that he could not eat. He feels that he cannot eat as much as he would normally eat.
I'm sorry, Tox. What were the 3 things?
We're immune to the frightened condition. We're immune to poison, and we have 2d10 extra health
for 24 hours.
So I'm
Thank
double
you.
immune to poison.
Ooh.
No, you're now immune to poison. You would be resistant to poison due to being a dwarf.
Oh yeah, I'm just immune now. Okay.
So
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Max.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's because I forgot to save it last time, but I didn't have my spell focus thing. I don't remember what it actually does.
your spell
it does-
focus just allows you to cast your spells without
Okay.
needing material components.
Okay. Never
And
mind.
it looks like a bit of fulgurite. I am just going to call my wand now just a.
I would like to imagine this is currently Jimis in his new form. In her new form.
Yep.
Makeshift wand of age.
As you're eating, he says, I saw some movement. It seems like he sent spectral scouts out just ahead of us. That means he should only
Irritating.
be 2 hours away. If I should know how scouts work. I could be wrong. He could have sent his scouts out from a shorter distance or a long distance, but 2 hours seems like the best bet.
I see.
You have all just ingested Hero's Feast. It's
We
one of
ate
the
the
most
heroes.
Feast for Heroes, but it's a spell. Anyway, the spell will help you out with this boss, considering that I felt a fear aura from him. So
Thank you again, Holder.
That wouldn't be fun if you had to run away from that.
No, it wouldn't.
And the other thing that's useful about this is that you will have a little more. You'll be able to take a little bit harder of a hit.
I look at Genesis.
You know, the funny thing about this is that he can create this feast, but he could never take part in it.
Yeah.
Not without extreme pain.
I go back to staring at Holter.
Right. So potentially 2 hours away, maybe less.
Or more.
Or more, yes.
But there were scouts. But I did see scouts. They didn't get to here. If they did, they would have been blasted away, and I would have woken you guys up pretty fast.
Yes. Yes, because then he would have known that there is someone here. Good.
Time for stabby stab.
You're still staring
Won't
at
show
Holter when
up.
you said that. He's just like, what?
When they show up, yes. 5 minutes road.
I nod, my eyes never leaving Holter.
Why do you keep staring at me? And why did you say stabby stab time?
You know what I want.
I gave you your bow.
He doesn't. She doesn't want a bow.
That's good because I'm taking my shot.
Unfortunately, Holter, she wants that D.
Dimension door?
That would be double D.
Alright, yeah. Disintegrate. Why would you want disintegrate?
That sounds like a very that sounds like a magic bullshit spell.
It is.
It also sounds powerful.
Yes, so it's not a spell you'll ever be able to cast.
Instead, I think I can use. I think it's called chain, like lightning chain or something.
Chain lightning.
Green lightning.
Yeah, that one.
I can cast lightning bolts.
Wait. Maybe it's demi-plane that you want. Dark vision? Daylight?
Speaking of, how
Darkness.
dark is it actually right now? If it's like about an hour till the sun comes up.
It looks like the stars are starting to be overshadowed by the light.
Okay. So it would have been like dim light or something. Or
it's
getting to dim light.
but he's got a light on you guys so that you guys are fine.
Okay. I was only asking because meta-wise, Angathis does have Devil's Sight. I'm just trying to figure out a way for him to know that in-game.
Yeah. Well, it seems a lot brighter around. It seems a lot brighter outside of the light than it should be, in your opinion.
Wait, is there a reason why it's brighter outside the light?
I believe
Oh.
you call it magic bullshit.
I think that's, yeah, as she said, magic bullshit, or it's because you might have Devil's Sight.
Well, I
Which is
haven't
also
cast.
bullshit.
Well, I haven't done any.
It's an inherent
cast
thing.
anything.
It's an inherent thing. It's not something you cast.
Right. So that just means I can see in the dark or something, does it? For I think that's like 120 feet.
Give or take. Alright. Who's ready to take down a juggernaut?
Oh, is that what he's called?
Oh, this is not.
No,
Well, it's
I
going to be
don't think
weird
I
not
got his
being.
name.
It's going to be weird not being the size I'm used to and fighting the way
Oh, another
I'm
word
used to.
that starts with D. Dream. Maybe also druidcraft. I'm not sure why they put that word together. Druids are strange people. Putting words together like druidcraft and calling it one word.
Can you cast 9th level magic?
Yes.
Can you cast 10th level magic?
Trying to.
Wait. The fuck is 9th level magic? The fuck is this level shit when you come with that you talk about
Okay.
magic?
So,
Okay, so mages can get up to here, and I gesture above his head, and you're currently down here, and I gesture about his waist.
What? There's a huge disparity between what chain lightning is and whatever the fuck this 9th level is.
Yes.
yeah.
Right.
So, in tiers of level, I think chain lightning is 3rd level.
6th. Better.
Oh,
I
it's
also
6th
correct
level.
him in character 6.
Sorry, it's hard to remember when, you.
It is
have-
puny magic.
You talk to the god of the world. 6.
It's hard to remember when we have, when my library's full of all magics from the last 3 worlds? Yes, last 3 worlds. I was trying to get more from this world. That's why I'm here.
What?
Agathis feels something he never thought he would. Interest in magic bullshit, and he looks disgusted.
And his brain grew 3 sizes that day.
Don't worry, we might make a wizard out of you yet.
Make a
Anyway,
man out of you.
Oh, I'll make a man out of you.
You see another spectral being coming over the dunes. And Halter sort of looks over. We're gonna have to do something soon. They're gonna get near this ruins at some point.
Right. Well, we either set up an ambush for the spectral things here, or we find a spot where we can ambush the road a bit better. There's not really any way to ambush the road better than here.
Or we walk up to him and stab him in the face.
I can always go out and look around. I can turn into a bird or something that belongs out in the desert.
Can you
That
make
is a-
me bird?
I'd rather not.
I could turn you into a bird. Though you wouldn't. Though your intelligence would suffer more than it, from what I've heard, has.
Please
Doubtful.
Doubtful? What about having an intelligence that is below average?
Looks him dead in the eyes.
How would you like it if you were as smart as Genesis normally
I'll be
is?
back.
Hey, no need for that.
Anyway, so special thing coming. We need to figure out either do we set up an ambush here for it, or do we just, or do we go sort of skirt around and try and deal with it, to try and get around it and deal with the big guy?
I think we walk right up to him and try and stab him in the face.
If it's spectral, I don't know whether your axe will actually be able to harm it.
That's why I'm going to be dealing with spectrals. You then all feel the ground shake.
Stabby time.
It is
Yeah,
a very minor shake, followed by a second minor shake, as if it has just become apparent to those of you with perceptions that the ground is rumbling as if with each footstep. He must have opened the
Agathis.
gallery.
Yes.
Or I may have fucked up killing one of his scouts.
Which means he might already know we're here. Means no real sense in trying an ambush.
Still can try an ambush. He looks over at Alexander. Because you can go stabby stab, and the rest can jump in from the sides because
Yeah,
you'd be able to take hits.
true.
I look Holter dead in the eyes. I can take quite the pounding.
God, fuck's sakes.
Inspiration, if you will. Right, so are you here within all your minds? Such a shame I never got to meet any of you, but my little soldier shall deal with you now. Don't fret, though. I'm sure your deaths will be quick.
I'm gonna enjoy killing this person.
Oh, great.
Unless a better option appears.
Hey Max,
Yeah,
how tall is the bones of this thing that we're on?
with how the sand has covered it, it is not very tall.
Well, how tall from me to the highest point?
The highest point is about 40 feet.
Okay, well,
The rest of the skeleton could be considered maybe at full height, 70 foot.
okay, well,
Keep in mind, unless he comes to the ruins, he's gonna be 5 minutes away from.
well, I might just get up on top of. No, never mind. I was
Can
gonna
you
get
bec-
up on the top and just do magic shit.
Can you become a giant eagle?
15.
I can.
Can that eagle carry me?
It could, but it might drop you.
Good. Drop me on him.
I didn't say it was gonna be on him.
I will not let go until we are on him.
To discuss this, Halter sort of waves a hand in front of himself and he disappears, as if he has cast invisibility upon himself.
Would a giant vulture be able to carry him?
Carry who?
Jimus.
Jimus, yeah.
Might.
What is the carry capacity of a giant vulture?
I don't know. I'd have to find out. But I don't know where I would be looking for. Where I'd be looking in the monster manual.
It would be in the bestiary at the back.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, looking through the whole fucking thing.
No, you want to
It
go
has
to
a
the
15 for strength score.
15 times 15.
What size category is it?
Large.
Large.
So 15 times 15 times 4.
2. Times 4? I thought it was times 2.
I thought it was times 4, but I could be wrong.
We'll go times 4, just for sake. 900 pounds.
I am under 900 pounds.
Yeah.
Of course,
I am
its
270.
maximum, its maximum is basically double that, because to exert your body is about double what you can do naturally. So, Halter reappears again. After casting that spell, and there's a slight difference on him. You notice that that he is now looking as if he was as badly hurt as he was before.
I'm taking it you taking backlash when you use your magic.
No, this is just to make it look like I haven't recovered.
That makes sense.
No sense in letting
Dipping your
myself.
hand.
Yeah. Though he sort of pushes his hand into the wounds that are there. These wounds were healed. Now they're not. Or at least as healed as one can get.
Right. Well, it's just we either get closer to the road. Issue being, I don't think there's any reason why Jimmers can't sort of just be out in the open to draw attention to themselves. But to do the haste thing, I will need to be within 30 feet of you.
You always cover yourself in sand.
True. And if we go and do that now, at least, well, when that scout isn't around and looking,
You
before
can
it
see
gets
the
here.
scout sort of fades away. It doesn't even disappear, it just fades away. Sorry, it doesn't walk off,
All
it
right.
just fades away.
Well, I reckon we go and those of us that are going to try and ambush it from the sides and stuff will hide ourselves in the sand a bit to try and make it so that it doesn't notice us and only notices Jimmers. At that point, when it gets close enough for Jimmers to want to either run at it to fight, or when it gets close enough, your call, Jimmers. I will try and haste you before it happens.
Here is my idea. You'll get in sand. Hackstaff carries me up, while in bird form. Then he drops me on them. I hit them really hard. Then we fight.
You
Seems like
will take damage doing that as well. Are you sure about that?
I will hit him as hard as I will be hit.
Well, I had another plan of just hiding underneath the sand right next to where he would be as a animal or a beast.
Right.
Which
So-
I'll do anyway, so.
I will put you on the map of the road. You guys can set yourselves up where you wish to be.
Well, Axel, would you be willing to fly and drop Jimus on the thing?
No, he
I'm
has
not
stated his
against
plan,
it.
so I will not intervene.
Okay.
I shall be standing and
Also,
waiting for
the
him.
way that that the dude will be coming is this way, just with the big black arrow.
Okay, yeah.
So would we say where the stick of the arrow is where the road is?
You can sort of see the road's outlined, very slightly. But if you weren't,
Was it if it's like where we are standing? Is it
Yeah.
us on the side and then that middle pathway
it's
is
a
5 foot
straight,
road?
it's sort of a straight line with 5 foot to either side of clearance.
All right. Well, I will be here, and I will wild shape into
5 foot on either side, so it's a 15-foot wide road.
Oh, so I'd have to be here
Or there.
or there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll be there, and I'll got a few choices actually, but fuck it. I'm just gonna wild shape into a giant poisonous snake, and then I will proceed to try and bury myself in sand.
Oh, cool. This is one of the dunes, by the way.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll like a stealth check, Max?
Yeah, anyone
Okay,
who's hiding roll a stealth
how
check.
high are the dunes?
10 foot.
Okay.
With
What
the
the-
only place making them higher is actually the road, which sinks in about 5 foot, which means that both sides are actually 15 foot.
Okay, what would be better to high? Would it be down on the
Plus
grounds and it's
D20. Oh shit! I rolled 2. Oh well. Well, the first roll is 12, so I got a 12 for my stealth.
Yep.
Okay, so what are the
you
rolls
can
we have
tell
to do?
which way the sand cliff part is, I hope. You have to roll stealth if you're hiding.
Okay.
okay, so the lift is up there. I think
Where is it?
15 feet, like 10 or so feet up. So he'd want to be there, so then it'd be able to reach him, I think.
As you are all setting up, the
Levo advantage.
walking quakes stop. Just get your stealth rolled.
13.
13.
Wait, what?
Roll with advantage because you guys are sort of doing this whilst he's not here.
Okay. Fuck. 14. God damn.
You're not used to
I want-
stealthing.
Yeah, no. Prodigy gave him stealthing abilities, but he's not used to it.
And Axtef, are you rolling stealth or?
I'd like to think that Anger Fist's stealthing, even though it's actually still pretty bad. But his way of stealthing is just like he's laid down on his gut, on his stomach, just sort of shifted so that he's just
Sorry,
like stand on his back.
I just
What?
realized my mic was muted.
Lovely.
So I did them
50.
earlier. The two,
Cool.
yeah. But yeah, I was going with the lower rocks. But then you said with advantage. So
Yeah.
You legit got the best out of all three of us.
So, you all see, if you're peering down, this monolithic being who is in gargantuan size. Shall post him. Just text once I open up the right character instead of not the right character, because I of course clicked on the wrong character first. Isn't it a fun day? A being clad in what could only be considered some sort of gold and adamantine mixture armor. As he looks directly at you, Alexander.
Hey, Goldilocks, where's your 3 bears?
He raises this massive great sword up in one arm as you see it erupt in this blue color, as around him an army appears in translucent form with blue outlines. Halter bursts from the sand as he flies over to try and corral those away. As the big dude looks up, seeing that, and then looks back towards you all.
Give me my fucking body back!
I have no idea what you're talking about. Roll initiative. No idea.
Do.
Okay.
What levels do barbarians get advantage on initiative?
Like 4, no, like 6 or 7. Really low.
15.
Really low in comparison to
Well, you can
things.
add your
23.
stuff in.
I'm not going anytime quick. Anger Fist is just so not used to dealing with shit in this body. He had planned to be a.
Sorry, Axtef. Oh, okay.
Oh shit!
Wow. 33. Wow.
There goes Anger Fist's plan of fucking casting haste on Jimmers before they get to fighting. Meta-wise, at least.
Just before I officialize that the fight is starting.
Well, then, yeah, because like he knows that Jimmers will probably run up and attack him and shit, so he would cast haste on.
Well, what little stealth you had is gone.
I was gonna say he subtle spells it, but okay.
I mean, alright. You subtle spell it, then what little stealth you have is not gone.
But is it worth? Is it worth subtle spelling it?
Okay, so because I rage, I get to move up to half my movement speed.
Yep, but just give us a sec. Angerfist is
Alright.
looking at the spell. Just making sure that everything's correct. And then you'll be able to move half your movement if you're cool with that.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
Spend 1 sorcery point. Is it worth losing that sorcery point right now?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I will subtle spell
So what's a 20 for
haste.
again?
Sorry, what was that?
I'm just asking Angerfist what the 20's for again.
What 20?
The 20 that you have, the green bar.
That's my spell save.
I see.
That's why I sort of asked what way do you want those things. So you'll just have to remember green is spell save, blue is AC, and red is obviously health.
Right.
I have the spell save there, so then it's like you don't have to ask me if you don't feel like
Cool.
it.
Alright, so Jimus, you can now move up to half your movement.
Cool, I move there.
Wow, that is half your movement?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Haste doubled their movement.
Let's see. Alright. It is now the start of the initiative. Axtef, you're up.
Holding my action.
Alright. Jimus, you're up.
Reckless attack.
Alright. Roll your attacks.
Why do I suddenly have the feeling this thing's just gonna bitch slap Jimus across the map?
Well, that would just be funny.
$11. So first one is
So, the first one...
And
oh,
25. Hasted attack.
yeah.
Yeah.
First one and... sorry. Second and third attacks hit.
Okay.
Doing the damage individually or all up?
All up. What happens when you hit a creature? Is there not something that they have to roll?
They need to make a DC 8 plus con modifier plus proficiency bonus, so 8 for DC
What sort of saving throw is it? Con?
16 con.
Alright. They succeed.
Alright.
But you can do that as many times as you hit, right?
That was just from entering rage. They need to make one for each of the attacks now.
Alright. And
So
they
for
hit
two of them.
twice. Yep.
Yep.
They succeed and they just succeed.
Alright.
You've just you got them to waste a nat 20 on rolling saving throws. And then they rolled a rather low roll.
35 slashing damage.
35 slashing damage. Alright, cool. It is now its turn. As it sees you smacking into its gold adamantine armor. Oh, also because it's adamantine, none of you will be able to crit on this individual. Remember that.
Rip.
He's going to look down at you, and he's gonna swing his great sword around to pick it up whilst trying to hit you. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw. And because you see it, you get advantage. This is to you, Jimus, by the way.
Yep. 21.
Alright, 21. You succeed, so you don't take any damage. as he is now going to slash through the air, causing ripples to start falling into the ground. You're going to need to make me a strength saving throw. Axdef, you're also going to need to make me a strength saving throw.
Just ability checks, or is it saving throws as well?
I'm gonna use a luck point.
You have advantage on strength saves because you're
Yep,
level
14.
1.
Oh wait, that
not
wasn't
you.
for me.
Yeah.
Rip. Oh well, fuck.
What'd you
Another
get?
luck point anyway. Fuck me. I'm just gonna go with the 9.
Alright, so what'd you get?
Oh, I got a 12 in total.
And
14.
Alexander? 14. You both fail. You take 28 bludgeoning damage.
Oh well, I think I've just been kicked out of my. Oh, maybe. How much did you say?
28.
Yeah, I've been kicked out of my form. My
Before he then
snake.
you then see a large spear, spectral spear, appear in his hand as he's going to try and make an attack to stab you, Alexander.
Does the damage that, because he did more than the health of what I had for this snake, does that go over onto my character or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
Alright, so Alexander, does a 25 hit?
no, I had a
25 hit.
fuck me.
You take 13 piercing damage.
28, wasn't it?
Round down or up?
It's always round down. As the spectral spear disappears, he's going to unleash a mighty roar, which, if he knew it all, wouldn't work on any of you, as you would have to roll for saving throws to be feared. But none of you can be feared. That is his turn. Genesis, you're up.
Okay. He's too far. He's so far away. How far away is he exactly?
How far away? He's
Sexy 5.
65.
Okay. So I can't get all the way to him straight up,
Yep.
but I can move my distance. Wow, okay. Which gets me to here. And then I am going to. Is there stones on the ground?
No,
Is it
not really.
sand?
It's just sand. The only stones that can be seen are covered up in sort of the road, but the road is very hard to see.
Well, in that case, I need to. It's not even in this list. God damn it! I need this one. In that case, the best thing I can do, I could try to do, is magic missile.
Magic missile.
I'm just double checking. At third level.
Alright. So that is 64 plus 6.
No. It's
Huh?
5d4.
5.
Why is it 5d4? Because if it's at level 4, at level
It's level
It's level
3.
3.
What? Oh, I thought you said level 4.
No.
No, you don't have 4th level spells yet.
Damn.
So yeah, slash 5d4
plus 5.
plus 5. 17.
Indeed.
It's actually not bad, considering.
Be a shame if it had a ring of shielding. Or brooch of shielding.
Well, it'd certainly show up then, because they wouldn't hit it. And that's all I can do.
Alright, so, legendary action. Please make a contested grapple check as he tries to grab you with his free hand.
Me?
Yes.
It's a good thing that you have advantage. Fortunately, they have advantage as well.
Well, let's see if you can beat that. I'm sure you could.
Lucky.
Alright.
Wow. I guess I get a 20.
20. That did not succeed. As he shall now grapple you. What is legendary?
Jeez.
That is legendary action. He's just grappled you. You're now grappled. Axtef, it's your turn again. Would you like to keep holding your action?
Angerfist
Sorry,
does nothing.
not Angerfist, Axtef. Wait, did I pass you?
Yes.
Oh shit, sorry. Angerfist, you're up.
Well, Angerfist is going to use his bonus action to enter his Arcane Fury, and then he is going to attempt to roll with him Psychic Lance this guy.
Alright.
At 4th level, he needs to make an Intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw.
Yep.
What does he need to get? Again? It's 20, right?
Yeah.
What if I told you he failed?
Oh, that's nice. So he takes that amount of damage and is incapacitated.
What if I told you he can't be incapacitated?
That is a damn shame.
Yeah, because it is. It's a damn shame. Also, he still takes the damage. He's a walking apocalypse. He takes damage, but he doesn't get knocked down.
Yeah,
And if
it's
he
a damn,
didn't
it's a
get
damn
back up
shame he
again.
can't be incapacitated, because that would have been really nice. Then Angerfist is just going to sort of move to there, because I didn't subtle spell that, so he's broken still, so he's just going to move a bit closer.
You decide to hit him with a spell that hurt his brain. He's gonna chuck Alexander at you with his legendary action.
Oof.
Alexander, please roll a athletics check to try and not get thrown. You still have advantage on this too.
Natural 20.
For 20.
Okay, so he goes to throw you, and you both get nat 20s. So, through all understanding laws of aviation, this shouldn't happen, but
Oh god, they both did. Oh god.
you
He
throw each
throws me,
other
I
in a
grab his wrist.
You both are thrown as he is prone, and he is now prone because he threw you, and you were also prone, but you're still grappled. You didn't take any damage from that. And your fist, you just see him throw as he gets grabbed by.
Right. That makes sense.
It is Alexander. You're now up. Would you like to try and get out of the grapple?
No,
You
I'm just going to attack.
Max,
Oh,
you skipped
shit.
me.
Sorry. Actually, I keep doing this when I'm using legendary actions. I gotta stop that.
Yeah.
Can I see him? Well, if I were to bring myself up from the sand, would I be
Yes.
able to see him? Okay.
You'd be able to see most of his body that has fallen over.
Okay, just give me a second. Just need to make sure that what I'm going to do, well, it won't work really until I can. Oh. Alright, how big is this dude? Like,
He
width-wise?
is gargantuan.
Well. Oh, well, this will work either way. Yeah. Okay, well, that area, so I think it's a 20 by 20. 20-foot radius. So I'm going to use spike growth, and it's
Alright.
going to be centered on him.
Alright.
And it's a 20-foot radius, which means that all around him would be covered in spikes.
Yep.
It's difficult terrain, but I don't think that's going to affect him much. And whenever he moves into it or within it, he takes 2d20 piercing damage for every 5 feet he travels.
Alright.
And I don't think there's much else I can do besides just moving my distance. So I'll move. Actually, I won't even bother moving, actually.
Alright.
Um,
So that's your turn?
yeah, that's my turn.
Alexander, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to reckless attack, and I am going to use disarming strike. They need to make a strength saving throw.
Alright. Strength saving throw. How does a give me a sec. How does a 35 sound?
That would be a success.
Alright.
Does a 25 hit?
25 hits.
Okay, I need them to make a con saving throw.
Alright.
Then I need them to
Save.
make another strength saving throw and another con saving.
Con save. They succeed. Strength save. They succeed. And one more con save, did you say?
Yep.
They just succeed.
And now another con save.
Oh. They succeed.
On the one that they just succeeded,
Yeah.
I would like to reaction silvery barbs.
Okay, so they now have disadvantage, so I roll that one again, and they
Yep.
still succeeded.
Damn. I'm just going to give that additional d20 to Jimis.
I'm going to reroll that. I'm going to reroll that. I'm going to reroll that 5. Damn, 7 it is. So 66 slashing damage.
66 slashing damage. Alright.
That is the end of my turn.
On his turn, he shall stop grappling you, stand up, taking... Actually, roll the damage. As he is moving in your area, he is standing up.
How much damage is he going to take? Because how much is he moving across this thing?
Oh, he's just standing up, which means he's having to, like, put weight onto things. Because he's only one individual, he'll still only take the one individual amount of damage.
Yeah.
It's only when his foot steps on something that it will be many damage, like 4x4. Sorry, 2x2 area. So, 7. He's standing up, and he's going to attempt to do that thing again that he did. I need Angerfist and Alexander to make me strength saving throws.
For Angerfist, you used to be so good at these. Natural 20. But I'm not efficient. But I'm not proficient, so it's only a 22.
19.
Both succeed. So you take half damage. Well, actually, one of you takes half, the other takes quarter because of how it works. But anyway, 28 would be the max damage, so half that, and then
It's 14.
14, and then the other takes 7. Cool. He's then going to grab a spectral javelin and throw it at.
You can't hit me, you stupid bitch face.
He's gonna throw it at Angerfist.
Damn
He
it.
tried.
Real quick,
Yep.
I'm just gonna roll my con save for haste. Because I took damage.
Alright.
Sentinel's gonna proc, so I'm going to make an attack of opportunity.
That's 17.
Alright, make an attack of opportunity. You would have succeeded, so you
Natural
only
20.
took like 14. Natural 20,
Yeah.
that hits.
They need to make a con save.
Alright. Con save. They succeed.
I need to remember due to Warcast, I have advantage on those, so I'll remember that for next
I'm
time.
getting
21
sick of you
slashing damage.
I'm getting sick and tired of you making him waste all these crits when I could have gotten that delicious crit for Angerfist. So alright, so Angerfist, he's gonna make an attack on you.
Yep.
He has disadvantage on this because of slash.
Alright.
I think he probably still hits. Not going to lie.
23. There could have been it could have been a 35.
Ooh. I mean, that still hits. And it's a damage type that I am not resistant to.
You take 20 piercing.
That hurts. Okay.
As he is then going
I'm
to
going to
use a
lucky.
bonus action. You're gonna lucky. What are you lucky?
I need
Alright,
to lucky because I got hit.
Alright.
So that's a 25 now.
Yeah, that you succeed. He's going to use his bonus action to attempt to hit Alexander with his fist.
He's got disadvantage.
Yep. 27.
Would he not just would he,
He
not
would have
just
flat
have
roll against.
Yeah, because of
Oh
reckless.
yeah. In that case, it's 30 fucking something hits, obviously.
Well, depending on what it is, it might be a crit now. 30 what?
Remember. Actually, no. Thanks to what the Tempter did, it
Yeah.
does. So that's 33.
Okay, so that's not a crit. It's got to be double VAC, doesn't it?
Yeah, double.
Or is it
VAC
just
now.
yeah? So it's not a crit.
So he had to get like 34 or 30.
36.
Something. Yeah, 36. Alright. So
Wait. Jimis and Angerfist have the same AC at the moment.
Depends. Mine's 18. What's his?
Yeah, we have the same AC.
Alright. You take 21 bludgeoning damage as he punches you into the sand. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Wait, does that mean
I
your
can't-
AC is normal?
I can't
Sorry,
say what I
Fox.
wanted to say because I want to laugh
27.
whenever I say it, but I was gonna say he pounds you into the sand. 27.
Meta,
You succeed.
Meta, does this mean that your AC is normally only 16?
Alright, Genesis,
No.
you're up.
It's usually 18.
Well, then your AC should be 20 because haste gives you an additional
Haste gives
plus
you
2.
right.
+2.
That is the least useful part of it for me.
That
Yeah,
you mean
I
the
know.
most useful? That means that he has to get a 40 to like actually crit you without the thing.
Without rolling.
I
a 20,
expect
yeah.
him to hit me.
Yeah, he has to get a 40 to crit you though.
Okay,
Anyway,
so it's my turn.
Genesis. Yep, you're up.
Okay,
I've got the endurance to take a pounding.
Wait, what am I?
Fuck.
550 me now.
Just
not
because the
really
female
550.
barbarian says they have the endurance to say that they can take a pounding doesn't mean you have to say fuck.
Unless you want to take part in that.
You guys have done some pretty good damage so far. 172. But is that damage halved? Or is it full?
Mayhaps.
Hopefully. No, sorry, hopefully not. Okay.
Meanwhile, during your
I'm
turns,
going to
Halter is
cast
also using
haste.
legendary actions to deal with the spectral beings that keeps appearing around you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
So-
casting haste
Yep,
on myself.
yep.
And then I'm going to use my last. Is that a better spell to use? Probably. Um. Uh. 8. Yeah, that one will work. And then I'm going to cast lightning bolt.
Alright.
He needs to make a dex save.
A dex save, you say?
Yeah.
Alright. What does he need to beat?
He needs to beat a 17.
He fails.
Awesome. He takes 29 damage. I was reading that backwards.
Lightning damage.
What?
And I'm going to move over here.
Alright. Legendary action. Wait, did I skip someone? I haven't skipped
Not
anyone,
yet.
huh?
No. Not yet.
Legendary action. He's going to pound sand again. Go ahead and make that strength saving roll. Alexander?
27.
27.
Again.
Lovely.
I've been hit by knolls
So-
harder than you.
You take 24 bludgeoning damage. Is that so? It is now Exdef's turn.
Anger fists.
You just
So-
yeah, I was about to say you just skipped Anger Fist.
Again.
The same
It's
area.
Angerfist's turn.
So, Angerfist is going to quicken spell Mirror Image. He's gonna move back a bit.
Magic missile, Mr. Fist.
You're not gonna like what
Magic
I'm
fissile.
about to do. And oh god, I wish I'd probably given him a thing on this, but I didn't.
If you fireball me,
You have 10 uses of second level magic missile.
Yeah. That helmet looks awfully familiar. Angus is gonna try and remember why.
Alright, roll a history check. You're not quite
Mm,
sure
yes,
at the
lucky
moment.
The helmet.
Do I
Are
lucky
you
this?
Do you lucky this?
use your lucky anger.
Do it.
I'm a lucky
You
this.
won't regret it.
That's a 17.
It seems vaguely familiar. There was a Goliath wearing it. You just can't remember what it was for. You might need to roll. You might need to remember a little more.
Fuck.
But you have advantage to remember next time you roll.
Helmet's familiar. Goliath, Goliath, Goliath. Fought a Goliath with it.
So what are you gonna do now?
Oh, did that not take my action? I thought that would have taken my action.
No, using a check is a free action.
Oh, I honestly didn't know that.
Yeah, as long as you're not, as long as you're not like lifting something, it's not an action. If you're using a mental stat, it's usually like a quick think.
Yeah,
Because you can recall things in a pinch usually, but
yeah, which is what I'm trying to.
when it comes to like lifting something, it takes. You could use your action now to roll with advantage, though.
I was
now
going.
you're
Do I
really
use my
thinking.
action to do that?
Because now you're because you could sit there and be like,
Yeah. 16. Shit. That's
Give me
annoying.
a sec.
Goliath. It's not that one. He snapped his neck. He didn't have a helmet like that.
Alright, that's your turn. Alright, so, legendary action. The first criteria has been met. He's going to, again try and hit you. Jimis. As... Does a 33 hit?
I'm going
It's
to
a
be
hit.
back.
It's a hit.
Wait,
You
who are we
take
hitting?
26 damage, Alexander. Bludgeoning damage, as usual. You can see with each 6 seconds that tick, you can see a slight glow starting to appear around him. The only place it doesn't appear is the helmet. Though the glow looks different color to the weird gem on top of his helmet, which is a fiery color.
Interesting. Steph's turn.
It is Extef's turn.
Yeah, it's my turn. Because it's a concentration spell, spike growth. I can still do another spell whilst concentrating, can't I? Or no?
No. Oh wait, as long as it's not another concentration spell.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Overturned.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I'm gonna cast fourth level Ice Storm. So 20-foot radius, which is his size.
Yep.
40-foot high cylinder, centered on point. Creature takes. Each creature in the cylinder must make a dex saving throw. Creature takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage and 4d6 cold damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful. Spell save is a 18, I believe it was.
Cool. What's the save he needs to get?
18. Just yeah, 18.
But what sort of
Dex.
spell save?
Dex.
Dex?
Yeah.
Ah, yes, one of the things that he's not too good at.
And so I need to get
That's a failure. I know it's a failure
2d
because that's a 9.
2d8 plus what else was it? 2d8 plus 46. He takes 26 damage, and I'm just gonna move my 30 feet. Well, actually, I'll just move 20, and that's my turn.
Juice, you're up.
All right. So I'm going to use my first attack action to attempt to disarm.
Alright.
It needs to make a. Oh, sorry, wrong roll. It needs to make an athletics or dexterity acrobatics check
Yep.
as contested against my athletics.
Alright.
31.
Alright. So, would you like the good news or the bad news?
Sure.
Good news is you've sent the blade flying.
Bad news?
Bad news is he's disarmed.
Oh, cool. I'm going to make my second attack action.
Alright.
This one I'm using to mark.
Alright.
28, is that a hit?
That hits.
And I'm going to use my movement to attempt to climb the creature.
Where's your other damage, though? Because disarming, doesn't that do damage?
No damage or other ill effects.
Alright. You're going to attempt to climb the creature, and he's going to try and stop you from doing so with a grapple check. Obviously, you can roll to not get grappled and you'll be able to climb.
Natural 20.
Alright, cool. So you start climbing.
Hasted attack action. I'm going to swing at his helmet.
You wouldn't be able to climb up that high, would you?
I have 100 feet of movement.
I see.
While I'm climbing, my movement speed's only half.
The 50.
So 25 hits. And you're alright, everyone. You heard this. Alexander's making a cold attack.
That's right, there's now rules for cold attacks.
Yep.
Yeah.
You hit the helmet.
That's going to be annoying for
Any
Angustus because
location
he
where you're hitting?
Just the middle.
Alright. So not the top, just the middle. Around
Just
the
the
nose
middle.
piece.
Not sure if that hit. The 25.
25 did hit.
Cool. I get to reroll for 1. That is 23.
You free? Alright, cool.
That's the end of my turn.
On his turn, he's going to make a grapple check upon you.
27.
Right. So he pulls you off of him and holds you out. As using his bonus action, you see his weapon come back into his hand. As he slams it into the ground. I need everyone that is currently not being held, and I mean everyone, to make me strength saving throws.
Yeah. I succeed this. 9.
9. You're prone. Agsteph?
Do I
Genesis?
magic? No, magical guidancing. This isn't really worth it.
Agsteph? Genesis?
22.
Agsteph, you are not prone.
Yay.
Genesis,
I
you
use my
are... Oh, yep.
Flash of genius, I'm assuming.
Flash of Genius, which adds my
Right.
intelligence modifier to it. I also activate what the fuck's it called? It's sitting right here. Armor of Magical Strength. One of the
Uh-huh.
infusions I put on the armor.
Alright.
Question: Which are they both reactions?
No. One is a reaction, one I can use daily.
Okay,
but
the other-
what does
one that
the one use daily? What does it require you to use?
When the
This-
wearer
this
makes a
is-
strength check or strength saving throw, it can expend one charge to add a bonus to the roll equal to its intelligence modifier.
Okay.
Doesn't say anything about reaction.
Yep.
Okay,
Reaction.
so that makes it a
So
19.
that's plus 10. So yeah, 19.
19, you fail.
Oh well.
As you fall prone. You say, oh well, but now I need both of
Ooh.
you to make me strength saving throws
1 second.
again.
That's the wrong thing. If the creature would be knocked prone,
16.
it can use its reaction. No, okay.
You've already used your reaction.
Yep, already use your reaction.
Genesis, I'm going to give you my inspiration so that you can roll again.
Roll what again?
Your d20.
Oh, so alright, so Anger Fist's
That's
the
it.
only one. Alright, so hang on.
That's a good point. I should probably use that. It's
Say
22
instead.
22. Alright, you succeed. Anger Fist. On the ground. Prone. You feel the sand wrap around your lower waist. As you suddenly feel yourself being sucked under the sand.
good.
As
That's
Dan
not good.
is going to attempt to he's now going to attempt to throw you again. Alexander. This time he's just gonna throw you. It doesn't really matter which direction, he's just gonna try and throw you. Last time he tried to throw you, you kinda just pulled him with you. So, would you like to roll to contest? Alexander?
Yep.
Cool.
Sorry, Roll20 just bugged out for me.
Alright.
So it's athletics.
Yeah, athletics.
I would like to Silvery Barbs the big guy
Alright.
and give myself the D20.
Alright.
Actually, no, I don't think I should do
29.
that because I've got advantage on that now anyway.
So what'd you get?
29.
29. Would you like the good news or the bad news?
I'm going to lucky if he succeeds.
Alright, use lucky. Unless,
Silvery
of course,
Barb.
but first.
Yeah,
Then you
I Silvery
use it.
Barbs. I Silvery Barbs the big guy.
Okay. So the good news is you've tied. So he goes to chuck you and you sort of hold on to his hand. The bad news is that if he didn't use it, you would have been flung.
I don't know whether to give that D20 to myself or to Jimus.
Careful, I'm clingy.
He's going to attempt to headbutt you.
Now, depending on his technique of headbutting, Angus might be able to figure out that this guy might be a Goliath. It's all about the technique, you see.
As he goes to headbutt you, I'm going to need you to make a strength saving throw as you feel the pressure waves start to come in to collide with you.
25.
25. Right, you succeed. He goes to headbutt you as you grab the top of his helmet and hang on for dear life.
Welcome back, Moon. We're fighting a big guy.
Currently, we've got Alexander, who is playing Shadow of the Colossus all of a sudden.
And
Careful,
my
big guy. That's not how you give head.
You know all about giving head, don't you?
Genesis, you're up.
Awesome.
How big of a guy? He is gargantuan, which is 20 to 20 feet foot square. You can see his size. He's about 25 foot high or tall.
I'm actually just surprised he's not moving much.
Yeah.
He's currently
Yeah.
he's currently standing on things that if he moves, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I wish he would move more.
Okay.
He's also on. I don't know if difficult terrain stacks, but he's technically on two difficult terrains now
Yeah.
because of ice storm and silvery bulb. Not silvery bulbs of
Smaller
spike
than
growth.
Godzilla.
That would actually be very painful. Slippery thorns.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I
Well,
had grease, I'd probably cast it underneath him.
He was kind of hoping that if he threw you, you'd both get those nat 20s again, and you both would fly. But that didn't
And then
work
he's
this
out of
time.
it.
Alright. So what are you doing, Genesis?
I am. Sorry, I've just got some pizza. I'm eating quickly. Well, I'm
So
trying to find.
Genesis suddenly has pizza, just sitting there watching the battle. Lovely. He decided to keep some of the heroes' feast for during the battle, just so that he could watch.
James, quick question. What round is it? Because I figure you typically keep
Round
track.
5.
Okay, cool. Just got to remember for haste.
Round 1's the round that you cast haste.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been rolling his attacks wrong then. They should be with a much higher plus then.
I'm going to move forward,
Alright.
and if I haven't massively stuffed this up, yes, yes, and I'm going to cast Shatter.
Alright. Where? On his feet?
Aim for the helmet.
Well,
For what?
Aim for the helmet.
I swear
I'll
I
aim
just heard him say, well, why would you have no reason to aim for the helmet, but okay. No one has told you to aim for the helmet.
Besides James Meta.
Plus James Meta. So, if you're aiming for the helmet, he needs to make what save?
On save, I believe.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
I'm making one as well, I assume.
No.
So
Oh wait,
what
you're
does he
holding
have
helmet.
to beat?
Yes.
How
A
big is
17?
his helmet?
How big is his helmet?
Yeah.
Big enough that I think I'm making the concept.
Yeah. Alexander still needs to make the con save.
24.
And he also got a high roll.
All right. 20.
So
20, which is half because success. All right.
Is this helmet non-magical?
It's magical.
Okay.
It's like the only magical thing on him. Right. This time I won't forget you, Angus, but legendary action.
1 second.
You say you won't forget me.
I still have another. I can still cast one more spell.
How? Shatter is
Hey.
a action.
I have
He has
haste
a
allow you
free.
to cast another spell?
Haste doesn't let you cast another spell.
No.
No.
Haste additional action can only be used to take the attack, one weapon attack only. Dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. Action.
However,
If you have a bonus
if you had a
action spell-
magical item that was a wand of magic missiles, you could use it for that.
Oh wait, no, I
Yeah.
can make I can make an attack.
With
My lightning
what?
launcher.
Alright.
Yeah.
Make the attack.
Because of whatever armor you are.
Yeah. Slash 1d20 plus 5. 18. That does not hit.
No, it doesn't. Alright. So, his legendary action. He's going to attempt to shake you off of his head. Roll a athletics check to stay on his helmet.
26.
You do not succeed. As you're falling, he's going to attempt to kick you. Which means that the next time he puts his foot down, it's gonna hurt.
Poppy! Fuck off.
Oh, hang on, let me fix that. Alright. Does a 38 hit?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Imagine if you were if you didn't have haste on you, that would have been a crit.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. The most passive aggressive. You're welcome.
I'm good at those.
You take 20 bludgeoning damage as you find yourself sliding across the ground. Sand is getting everywhere. Angerfist, you're up.
I don't like sand.
It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
So, question: what happens if you
Answer.
technically have double advantage on a roll?
You get
Then
one
it's double
advantage.
advantage. You get to you just. I'm gonna allow for double advantage, which means you.
So that means I roll 3d20.
Yeah.
Angus is going to try and remember why that helmet is familiar. Like, he knows it has to do with the Goliath, and he knows it's not one Goliath.
So roll.
Fuck.
You really do not have the luck to get higher with those rolls, do you?
So,
I really don't,
can't
and I don't think
be-
I have anything.
It can't be Basher. There was one other. Do you want to use your action to roll again with advantage?
Yeah.
Alright.
15.
It was when the nice guys tried to screw you over, but it became Brain Crusher. That helmet must be some sort of mind control. That
Get rid of the-
crystal on top must be where the commands are issued.
Okay, 6 seconds of free speech. And get rid of the crystal on the helmet. It's controlling its mind. If we get rid of it, maybe he can help fix the ugly. And then he's going to.
You won't live to save this slave.
Hey, Ryan.
How much is quicken spell? 2. Then he is going to quicken spell.
Fireball, fireball, fireball.
Is fireball more damaging than a 6th? Oh, yes, it is more damaging than a 6th. Especially if I cast it at 6th level, but that's just going to deal damage to him in general. I'm going to do a 6th level magic missile at the crystal.
Roll damage.
So 3, 8d4 plus 8. 8d4 plus 12, because I am in Arcane Fury.
Oh no.
32.
32. You can see that there are cracks in it. Some quite heavy cracks in it.
Yeah, that is my action and my bonus action and my 6 seconds of free speech, yelling that if we break the crystal, we might be able to get at someone that can help us. Specifically, might be able to help us fix the ugly.
In last legendary action, he brings his hand up, his free hand, and covers the crystal.
Hey Max,
It is now
did he
Axtof's
move
turn.
by any chance?
Oh yeah, his foot stepped back down. So
So-
go ahead and roll, because he's stepped on basically what would be considered 4 squares. Just
So
It's the regular damage. and then
D4?
it's- Yeah.
Okay. It takes 21 damage. That's almost average damage.
Cool. And it's your turn now.
Alright,
You have heard Angerfist yell, "Get rid of the crystal" on his helmet.
Just
yeah,
before
and
If
he's
we
now,
do-
and he's now covered the crystal on his said helmet.
Yeah.
with one of his hands. He's only got one hand at the moment, which is wielding the giant sword.
Right.
That he didn't get to use his other bonus action for, because he only got to he had to call his weapon back. Congratulations,
What?
Alexander.
Why don't I have this? How the fuck do you spell Maelstrom?
Maelstrom.
Maelstrom.
MAE.
Okay, because I spelled it Maelstrom.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's Mael.
MAE.
Oh, it's a concentration. Never mind, I won't do that then.
I'm also pretty sure it's pronounced Maelstrom.
Maelstrom.
Yeah. I don't think I got it. It's another concentration. What the fuck do I do this to myself? I just constantly take concentration.
No, that's just an issue you'll find with druids. Almost all of their spells are concentration.
Yep.
It's actually the biggest reason why I don't like druids.
I'm just Colossus.
I don't mind druids just because they can be one of the most overpowered, broken rules as written characters.
Yeah.
Just because if you get to level 20, as Circle of Moon, you can basically
you can just
never get attacked because you can just swim through rock.
Yeah.
As long as
You
it's
just, like-
not, tampered rock. If it's actually tampered rock, then you can't actually go for it. It's got to be natural rock.
Yeah. Which is why
Alright,
you live your life in the mountains.
Okay. I am going to use one of my cantrips.
Yep.
Infestation.
Alright.
So, I cause a cloud of mites, fleas, and other parasites to appear momentarily on one creature I can see within my range.
Alright. That's gonna be Genesis, right?
I wish, but no. The target must succeed a con saving throw or it takes 1d6 poison damage and moves 5 feet in a random direction if it can move and its speed is at least 5
28.
feet. Roll a d4 for the direction. 1
Big
north,
roll,
2
28.
south, 3 east, 4 west. Movement does not provoke opportunity attacks, and if the direction rolled is blocked, the target doesn't move.
He got 28.
Um,
What happens because he succeeded? Does he still take damage? Or
It
because it's a
just-
cantrip, he doesn't take
it
damage?
just says target must succeed on a con saving throw, or it
Alright.
takes 1d. So yeah, he
Alright,
would
so
succeed then.
He succeeds and takes no damage.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Alright. It is now your turn, Alexander.
I'm
I
just gonna
am
go to the toilet, so I'll be
speed.
back.
I run towards him, dropping my axe, picking up 2 hands of sand.
Alright.
I'm going to climb him.
Okay, so you drop the sand.
You drop at least one handful of sand, probably both, to climb him.
His free hand, he drops his sword. He's going to try and grapple you. Roll to not be grappled. Unless, of course, you're fine being grappled.
33.
33. You fail. As he rushes you off. But once I got to get you off of him instead of you climbing him. This is like the
Okay.
second that you've
I'm going to try and climb him again.
okay. You won't get all the way up. Is that fine?
Sure.
Is that your turn?
I'm throwing the sand in his eye.
From where you are, it'd be a very high roll. Are you sure?
Question: Are you planning on using your hasted action to do something else?
Actually, I'll just use my hasted action to dash.
Alright, so you climb up
Yeah.
to the mask, to the helmet again.
I'm going to
With your-
shove the sand through his eye.
Thank you.
Alright, roll a attack.
Roll an attack.
Yep. Is it
Strength
in
base.
the... Alright, while you're looking, one eye already looks red, the other one looks fine, and you are staring at Goliath eyes at the moment.
It's going in the fine eye.
Alright. So
I'm going to
roll
put
the
some
attack.
dirt in your eye. 28.
Really cool. You punch his eye with a sandy fist, leaving sand in the actual eyeball. Roll punch damage, 1d4 plus strength.
Unless you have Tavern Brawler.
Unless you have tablet roll, yeah. Then
Gonna
it's
reroll a
1d6.
I cannot reroll the 2. It's bludgeoning damage. Okay, so that is 13.
13.
Bludgeoning damage. And he needs to make a con save.
Alright.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to make another attack.
Succeeds. Alright. Roll again. Alright, roll the attack.
Natural 20 on his eye.
Alright.
I don't believe his eye has adamantine, does it? Oh, right, advantage.
The
One double
armor,
20.
if we're gonna go that far, then, you know.
It was worth a shot. This is for the other eye, though.
The other eye? Alright. So you punch his other eye as well. So roll the damage.
Yeah.
Alright.
Question: does critical
No,
proc.
because it says if you crit an enemy, and because he can't be crit.
Good to know.
At least I'm pretty sure that's the wording. I could be wrong. Anyway,
When you score a critical hit,
oh, when you score a critical hit, then brutal critical would work
all right.
because they can't be crit, but that doesn't mean you can't score critical damage.
I'm gonna reroll that one. 2 extra bludgeoning damage.
That's your turn.
Yep.
He's gonna let out a tremendous roar as he's gonna try and pull you off of his face again. Would you like to
That's
not
my
get pulled off the
natural
face?
20.
Natural 20. Would you like the good news or the bad news?
I'll take the good news, please.
He ignores your nat 20 and substitutes it with his own. As you take the mask part off, as the mask seems to tear from the leather that was holding it on. And he's gonna drop you. He's not gonna let you try and stay on. He's gonna move his hand from the crystal, and he's just gonna slap you down. So he's gonna make an attack to slap you. What round? What are we up to? Round
Round 6.
6, right here.
Not gonna lie, Angerfist is a bit in awe because now I'm guessing we can all see his face, and it is obviously a Goliath.
Yeah, it is a Goliath.
This is a big Goliath.
Let me remove.
Oh, this
the
this is the same size as Bash. He's the same size as Basher, isn't he?
He isn't. Much larger.
Is he bigger?
He's gargantuan.
Yeah, he's bigger than Basher, so he's the biggest
Yeah.
Goliath Angerfist has ever seen, then. Used to be Basher.
Can anyone here cast command?
No.
Just gonna quickly.
That is not one of the spells that I figured Angerfist would have. Though, considering that he has to tell people to do shit, that actually makes sense if he would have.
So underneath the mask looks like a very angry.
There's a look of nostalgia in Angerfist's face, looking at that face. I remember when I could make that face.
Oh, hey, and I forgot to do something for you guys. Well, for Jimus, for what he did. There you go, Jimus. You did that. As he's gonna slap you with a 33. Does that hit?
That is a hit.
Cool. You take 28 bludgeoning damage as you shall fall about 15 foot, which means 1d6, I believe, falling. Yeah, 1d6. As you... Are you rolling the damage? Because I was rolling the damage.
Oh, okay.
Would you like
Sorry, I
to
thought
do
you were
that,
telling
or
me to roll it.
yes?
I'm happy to take the 6.
So you take 6 bludgeoning damage. As he brings his fists together, as you see more power sort of go into his muscles, and the armor sort of pops off in a few areas, sort of hanging loose. He's gonna try and slam into you. Now, I need you to roll me a d10.
10.
10. Lovely. So, he hits you with a 31. Sorry, not a 31, a 41. That's a crit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, his crit is different to the rest of yours, just because boss mechanics. All damage received by you guys is redirected, except the damage that was done to the crystal. So, get ready to halve this damage. Oh dear. You would have been on 1 health if it weren't for the fact he slapped you down. I think.
Could
So
I
it's-
use my lucky to make him reroll his attack?
Sure.
I'm gonna do that.
Right. He now gets a 40. I just re-rolled with the same rolls, and he got a 40. Luckily, the other number that he rolled, because I rolled the thing, was a nat 20. So I'm glad that we didn't get that one, right? Unless, of course, you want to
It
use
could have
that one.
been worse.
It could have been worse. So, thanks to everyone who did 330 damage. You take 348 bludgeoning.
I am going to use my
Halved.
reaction.
Alright. What's your reaction?
I'm back,
Is
by
a
the way.
fist considered a finesse weapon?
No.
Not
Counts
unless
as
you're a
bludgeoning.
monk. Not unless you're a monk.
Yeah, not
Never
unless you're a
mind.
monk. Not because you're. Oh no, you're a full orc, aren't you?
Yes.
If you're a half orc, you would have gotten that other thing.
You are level 11 though. That means you have relentless rage.
So you're back down to 1 health, as long as it doesn't outright kill you, right?
Con save first.
Con save. Roll a con save. What's the con save got to be?
5.
5. Right.
It's
Roll
got to
your
be
con save.
5.
Alright, that's
And
2d20,
each time,
20, 20. Okay,
yeah,
that's a 6 out.
and each time after this, it goes up by 5.
So, Alexander, do you have anything to say after that?
I've been hit harder.
Alright, he's gonna use his bonus action to start rubbing his eyes to try and get the sand out.
Okay.
Pocket sand.
As if that crystal wasn't as heavily cracked as it was, he would probably still be attacking you. But
Would you say he's yelling slightly in pain?
no, he's not yelling in pain. He's currently rubbing his eyes.
If anything, he'd be groaning in discomfort. Meta-wise.
Yeah. Genesis,
Maybe
you're up.
even swearing. Yes, it is.
Genesis. Hey! Genesis! Hey!
Oh, sorry.
Hey, listen!
Well,
Genesis, please tell me you can heal me.
I'd have to be next to you.
Please get next to me.
How tall is the little things here?
It's a 10-foot.
Yeah, I'd have to go up that to get to him.
You're hasted.
It's
You are
20
hasted.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
It would
You
take,
can
Fine.
easily get next to them.
yeah.
I get up to you and I'm gonna heal you. Fresh up.
What
Must
level?
find cure wounds.
It's 1d8 plus spellcaster modifier at first level. For every spell level above first, it is an additional 1d8.
I'll use it at second. So it's 2d8 plus my spell casting ability modifier.
Oh.
So
And just remember, you're currently waist deep in the
I
snow.
know what.
Yep. I know.
HP.
Thank you.
Am I able to see his gem?
Yeah, the crystal is now in plain sight as he's currently rubbing his
Awesome. I'm
knuckles.
aiming for that, the lightning launcher.
Alright, make an attack.
I miss.
You miss.
You fired and you miss, and then you fired again and then you miss. You kept firing and you just kept
Alright,
missing.
is that your turn?
1 second. Does that include
One.
attack? No, that's an ability check or saving throw. Fuck. Oh well.
No, you cannot use Flash of Genius on an attack. If you could, I'm pretty sure Tech Check would have been scarier. Much
Yeah.
scarier.
So that's all I can do for now.
Alright, Anger Fist, you're up.
Okay.
You can
So,
see he looks really pissed off, but he's rubbing his eyes at the moment.
okay. So, first things first is that I'm going to quicken spell. Let me just quickly see how much I need. 2 sorcery points again. Cool. A 5th level magic missile into the crystal.
Alright, roll the damage.
Let me just find that because it's just 1 less than 6. I do not have it here. No, 84.
Should
So
be
it is
74 plus 7.
Yep. So 74 plus 11. $28.
Alright, 28.
How's that crystal look?
The crystal pretty much shatters after the third bolt hits it. But the rest of the bolts disintegrate it. As the helmet seems to start glowing red hot.
Well, I don't actually have a way to get that off of him unless I stop concentrating on that and cast a different spell.
He takes 13 fire damage. As the helmet has now got heat metal cast upon it.
Okay, unfortunately, I am going to stop concentrating on haste.
No. No.
And then I'm going to cast Bigby's hand
Right.
and attempt to use Bigby's hand to take the helmet off of his head.
The helmet is taken off rather easily. After the shatter, which sort of broke the buckles of most of how the helmet was being kept on, it's easy to take off as you take it off. As is that your turn?
6 seconds of free speech. I don't know you don't know me, but we both want to kill the bastard that mind controlled you.
That's
Help us.
right. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, his turn. Legendary action. He falls over into the spikes.
Shit. Yeah, that's right.
He's falling fully onto the spikes, so if it's...
That means he's
I hope this
falling
doesn't kill him.
forward.
He could fall
No,
backwards.
he's falling... No, he's falling directly. His legs are giving out. He's just falling...
Oh,
down.
yeah, he's falling like to his knees and then to one of the sides, is he?
So,
Yeah.
So he's gonna take basically full damage. It's
20 foot by 20
I hope
foot
this
radius, so
which
I
is
hope this doesn't kill him.
4 by 4. So what's that? 16. 16 times 2.
What?
Is
32.
32. So you go roll
So-
32d4.
Fuck.
alright. That's a lot of dice. I took 80 damage.
Fuck.
Right, Ooh. Exdef, it's your turn.
Okay, what happened exactly?
He
Because
had
I
his
did go to
helmet
the toilet.
removed. His helmet is currently floating in the sky with Bigby's hand, and it looks red hot. He fell over, and it's your turn.
And Angus said to him, "I don't know you. You don't know us, but we want to kill the bosses that mind controlled us. Help us. Who mind controlled you? Help us."
I am gonna just prepare a spell just in case, which will be Ice Knife. So
Alright.
yeah, I'll just hold that for now.
Alexander, it's your turn. It is now
I end my turn.
prone. Alright. It is now his turn. There is no movement. Genesis.
Well,
Dead.
I'm gonna move next to him.
Yep.
Get your ball.
Oh,
Question, just as a quick question, it's 20-foot radius, and you centered it on the middle of this guy, right, Cody?
Yeah, before he's moved. I think he's moved back
He
slightly.
hasn't. No, he hasn't.
Oh, he hasn't?
That
Oh,
means,
No, he hasn't moved.
you know,
Oh, well then, yeah,
Jibbis
he's-
and
if you guys had been moving around, so it was placed on him.
yeah, like
here.
this is where it reaches.
No, this is.
If
Oh,
it's centered on
20-foot
him,
radius.
20-foot
Right.
radius.
Oh. Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
He
So,
takes
yeah, it would
more
be-
damage because he falls into the spikes. Roll another 16.
That
D4.
also means that both
Another
Jibbis and
64. Okay.
Genesis
about them
should have been
having-
taking damage.
Yeah, don't worry about
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll another 16 D4, please.
Oh, this guy isn't dead.
He dies because he got pricked to death.
Angus is going to be annoyed because he
42.
really would like to have this guy on his side.
And you know what? If he does die to this, I do have something that I will say right after. So, but if he doesn't,
Alright, cool. Genesis, what are you doing? You go up to him?
oh God. Well, I'm gonna first check to see if he's alive.
Roll me a medicine check.
I'm gonna inspiration that because
Alright.
that sucked. 21. I'm gonna use Flash of Genius as well. So that's a 26.
You believe he's alive from where you are, as his head is currently over here. You believe he might be alive. You're not sure how to tell when you're at the armored foot, but you think he's alive.
Okay. I use my 6 seconds of free speech to say whoever made this spell, stop it.
Yes, let me end my magical effect.
And 2, I'm going to use Cure Wounds on him.
Alright.
Not that they'll do
Roll
anything.
it's gonna fucking suck if he gets
Healing?
back up and fucking tries to kill us again.
I mean, would I really do a I
Yeah.
punch him moment?
Yeah. 16.
Why
16.
wouldn't
That
you?
depends. That depends. Tox, did you roll a 20 on that?
If you guys need to roll a diplomacy check, yeah.
Fuck. Or not.
Anyway, Angerfist, you're up.
Okay. So he's gonna get Bigby's hand to just sort of throw the helmet away.
You see the helmet is thrown into the sand, and the sand starts
Yeah.
sizzling.
Then he's gonna use Bigby's manipulate Biggie's hand to come and gently lift him up out of the sand.
Right. So you lift him up. How much can Bigby's hand carry?
He's Angaphis was lifting himself up out of the sand.
Okay. Sorry, I thought. Okay. So you're lifting yourself up out of the sand?
Yeah. Just in
It
terms
feels
of that,
like the vice grip of the sand has no longer got you.
Yeah. Oh, if he didn't feel like the vice grip of the sand had got him, he probably wouldn't use Bigby's hand to get up.
Bigsby's hand can lift 780 pounds before it starts straining itself.
Yeah, it has a strength score of 26.
Also large.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty cool.
Which is, yeah, it's probably now one of my favorite spells after using it so much as
I've never
Kev.
cast it.
It's a really good spell. And due to the fact that it only takes your bonus action to do literally anything with it besides casting it. Like, it has a 20 AC, has the same hit points as you, which, as a caster, isn't that much, but still, that's a big object. I don't know whether Bigby's hand would actually be able to lift him up out of the ground.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, would Angus be able to get out of it? He's waist deep in that. That's actually kind of annoying to get out of.
Yeah.
From personal experience, Angus would use Bigby's hand to get out of the sand.
For those of you wanting a better look at the face when the helmet was removed, here you go. This was moments before he passed out.
Yeah. I know I can't get close enough because Bigby's hand would have been like. So he's 20 feet, 5 feet tall.
Yep.
So all of Bigby's hand's movement would have actually been used to get to me because it's 25 feet up and 30 feet and like 35 feet away from me. So all of its movement would have been expended to get to me and pull me out.
Yep. All right.
He's just gonna ask, Axe, please dispel your spikes. So then we don't kill a potential. Well, dispel your spikes, but be ready in case he decides to try anything against us. And then he is going to distance spell cure wounds. Distance spell is 1 sorcery point. A 4th level cure wounds on Jimis, because whilst he wants this guy to be a friend, he wants to be prepared for when in case this guy isn't a friend.
His sword's still in the ground, isn't it?
Yep.
So 48 plus.
I'd like to try and attune to the sword.
You don't need to. It is a sword. It is a big sword.
You get 19 health back, Jimis.
Yay!
But you'll have to wait until your turn to be able to try and attune to it.
Yeah.
Is that
Dispel the spike growth. Be prepared in case he decides to turn against us. Yes.
Steph, do you do that?
Yeah, I'll drop the
I'm gonna be back real quick.
Right. So you drop the spike thorns. Anything else you wish to do?
I'm gonna change what I'm going to be holding cast. So instead of holding Ice Knife, I'm gonna hold Moonbeam, and then before I hold it, I'll move up to. I'll move up the
The dunes?
Yeah, the dunes, but I'll make myself, because it takes 10 to get up, so that means I can only move there.
Right.
So, and then I'll hold Moonbeam and just wait.
Alexander.
Yep.
Anything you wish to do?
I go over to the sword and I try to attune to it.
Right, so you put your hand on the giant sword.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You don't feel anything magical from it.
I'm going to pick it up.
Right, roll an athletics check.
I have returned.
Welcome to the land of the dead.
Yeah.
You pick it up, but you can only drag it. You cannot lift it up,
All right.
as it is about twice the size of you. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm going to prepare to drop it on his face. Or really ram it into his face.
See. So you'd have to walk over here then. Because his face is on this side.
In case he doesn't turn out to be an ally, right?
Right?
You could really just say the wrong word.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, his turn. There is very slight movement of him rolling onto his back. Thanks to the
Randolph,
armor. Thanks to the armor, you cannot tell if there is any breathing. But from his face, it looks like he is... From the smell that you're smelling from where you are, he's alive. And this... Oh, he needs to fix that breath.
right. So I might unalive him.
It looks like he is unconscious, though.
Do I kill him because of his bad breath?
Please, no. Angus did say that he might be able to fix the ugly.
I walk over to his head.
No,
Is
it's
it
not
your
your
turn yet?
turn.
Oh.
He uses a legendary action to breathe. Anyway, so Genesis, you can now walk over to his head.
Awesome.
You guys have no idea how close you were to killing him.
We keep him alive.
Well, honestly, that's meta. That's still on the table due to Jibbis.
Yeah. Alright, so Genesis, you walk over to Alexander and tell them that you're gonna keep him alive.
I'm going to hand Genesis the sword.
Alright, Genesis, roll an athletics check.
In such a way that if he fails to hold it, it drops on his body.
Well, what would happen is the handle would drop on him and he would be
Pinned.
Genesis would be pinned.
Perfect.
I step to the side.
Alright, so the sword drops with a thud into the sand.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Handing you the weapon. I sit down.
Oh, in that case, I go to pick it up.
Alright, roll an athletics check.
Awesome. $22.
22. You cannot lift it.
Meta-wise, am I correct in assuming that he would have to get a natural 20 to even have a chance of lifting it a bit?
You need to get a 30.
Okay, so higher than a natural 20.
Natural 20 for them would be able to drag it. 30 is enough to also drag it. And comfortably, mind you, drag it. But
Yeah.
to actually be able to wield it, you would need to at least have somewhat of a quite a high
You would have to-
strength.
You would have to almost have superior strength compared to others.
Haha, very clever.
Fab. Yeah, very, very clever.
I know
Right.
it wasn't.
So, that's your turn, Genesis. Angerfist, it's your turn.
Just a quick question: was there any special reason of you, Axe, moving over to Angerfist?
Oh, I was just keeping my distance
Okay, cool.
with Moon being prepped and ready.
I mean, that's fair.
Okay, alright. That shall be combat over then. I gave you guys
Okay.
2 rounds to do whatever you wanted. And you
Murk
chose
him.
to murk him if you really wanted. To give you guys an idea on how close you got to almost killing him,
Yeah.
you did 465 damage on him alone.
Yeah.
If you were to have done 15 more damage, he'd be dead.
Fuck.
So I should have thrown the ice knife at him.
Alright, so Halter flies down back in his new finest outfit. Whew, that was exhilarating. Now, why is he not dead?
I figured he would be more used to us alive than dead. After all, we can set him against the person who was controlling him.
I see.
I know the deal was to beat the shit out of him, but, I mean, we did beat the shit out of him. We just haven't killed him.
Well, I hope your hunch is right. I'm going to go back to the town now.
That is fair. Thank you again, Holder, for all that you have done to help us with this.
I walk over and put an arm around Holton.
I'd like
He's-
to clarify,
he's 10
Angerfist
feet
is...
tall.
Angerfist is...
You put
Yeah,
an arm
I'm
around
8 foot
his-
tall.
You put an you tippy toe to do
You-
so comfortably. I'd
I
imagine.
mean, if you don't...
I put it
if you
around his
don't-
waist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you don't tippy toe, because you're 8 foot tall, you can just put it around his waist or his torso.
Look, you're a nice. I'm sure you're a nice girl, but you don't want this. As he sort of just grabs a
Let's
piece
just go-
of his a piece of his skin and takes it off, and you can see it's actually synthetic. You don't want this. There's nothing here for you. You want the real deal? I'm sure he'll be happy.
I
Good
look at him
question.
confused.
Did I fight the real deal, or did I not fight the real deal?
How long ago?
I'm
was
pretty
that?
sure if it was on a beach. You sent me
Okay,
on.
that doesn't narrow it down at all.
You sent
You know
me.
how
You
many
sent me.
beaches that dude's been on?
He sent me. He sent me on this fucking bullshit, and he admitted it was a bullshit fetch quest to get some pearls.
I see.
And then we fist fought. I headbutted
I
him.
see. Anyway,
We dropped
if you
him
would
like
like
a
to
bunch.
experiment with a simulacrum, then sure, but not sure what you'll get out of it.
Real quick minute, I would like to
I shrug.
preface.
Let's go. I begin walking him back to the inn.
He sweeps you up and flies off.
Worst case situation, I get to say I fucked up Halter.
That does not deserve another inspiration. But that made me laugh.
Oh, just really quick preface. Angerfist was using because Bigby's hand is still active. He just sort of used that to be eye level with Holter
Alright.
because
So
it's still active.
he
He's
flies
making
off.
use of.
How long do you wait for him to wake up, or is there something you want to do to wake this big dude up?
I mean, I would wake him up. I would probably help him wake up if I had prestidigitation to make smelling salts, but I don't have that.
I do.
I didn't think that would be something that Angerfist would have.
Oh,
Angerfist is kind of content to just sort of rest and wait for him to show up.
to wake up naturally.
Yeah, to wake up. Yeah.
Actually, that's a much better idea.
To be fair, if he decides to turn on us due to that, we're pretty much fucked now that Jibbis has gone back to fuck Holder.
So, after about an hour, you see him stirring. As he blinks, you can see his other eye is back to not being red after being punched, but the other one is still staying red. In fact, it may look looks a lot more irritated now than before. In fact, it might be infected.
I guess this is nothing to help that.
You okay, mate? Wait, how long has he been passed out for?
An hour. A short rest.
Yeah, the Big B's hand has obviously finished like fucking ages ago.
What happened? I remember
Well-
being in
Sorry,
a
what?
fight with a small man and kill him before not remembering anything.
Is he speaking common or giant?
He's speaking common.
Okay.
Actually,
Angerfist
no,
reply.
let me rephrase that.
Huh?
He's speaking broken common.
Yeah. Angerfist speaks giant because obviously this dude isn't quite used to common, and also giant would just be easier. Like whoever you were fighting, someone else might have come during that fight and mind controlled. We freed you from that.
I was in a fight to become a champion. No one tried to mind control me. I know I was the last champion standing.
In that time, someone constructed a helmet with a crystal. Angerfist would gesture. Well, he's probably still laying down, isn't he?
My prize? You're telling me that my prize was a mind control device?
I don't
couldn't
entirely
be.
know. I don't entirely know. All I know is that you were being mind controlled by some Man, what's the name of the guy that has been speaking in our minds? Did he tell us his name? Yeah, it's like, did he tell us his name? I don't think he did. He did, I just don't remember.
Hey, your eye might be infected. Do you mind if I fix it?
Affected
That's
his
a
eye. What did
40.
you do to his poor eye?
Go ahead and fix it.
I touch you and cast Lesser Restoration. That's it for my second level spell slots, guys.
So
That's a 14.
you believe it is Count Peter.
I think some fucker called Count Peter.
Count
I
Peter?
think that's his name. Yeah.
I don't think I've heard of a Count Peter.
Yo, I think
heard
that's
of
his name.
an individual called Vlad.
Vlad
Oh.
von Carstein.
Vlad's the guy that runs the entire show. I think this Count Peter fucker fucked you over somehow, even if through trickery to mind control you. Angus would gesture to the helmet that had a crystal on top of it that allowed him to control you.
If you look over, you can see where the sand was touching it. It has turned into glass because of the heat.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't touch that because it is very hot. Hot enough to turn sand into glass. We freed you from his mind control in the hopes that you would help us. Well, that you would help us deal with this Count Peter fucker. Due to the fact that he, was controlling.
What is your name?
I am Angerfist.
You
Due
don't
to
look
reason,
like a Goliath.
due to reasons, I have been reduced to that of a weak mage.
Mages
I
aren't weak. They just do something different to us. Unless you're
I
talking about strength, then of
I
course they're
I am
weak.
I am talking about strength. Due to this fight, I'm kind of realizing that I maybe magic users aren't as useless as I initially thought. I honestly never thought those words would ever leave my mouth.
Magic
They
is a
taste.
tool. Tools are used to be, well, are made to use. I would never subjugate myself not to use all my tools.
I do use magic. I did use magic item. Could start to view magic as just the basis of those items. But
I
I'm digressing.
think it all started with me when I was born and caused some magical effects. They were calling me some sort of mage. I wanted to be strong. Strong
I was born in a dark.
I did not
Strong
hear
I
what
be-
Doc said.
Strong I became, but weak I felt. These regress back to common again.
Yeah.
I harnessed my inner abilities, found myself new power, and became a champion. Several people in that theater. Count Vlad.
Wait. Theater. Do you mean the theater of war?
No, not the theater of war.
Different theater then.
Different theater here somewhere. It will come to me. You just got to give me some time.
Well, if you join my group to help us deal with the issues that we're going to deal with, we intend on leaving this place, and that starts with destroying this Count
I
Peter.
remember Peter now. He was one of the 6. There was Count Peter, Count Arnold, Arnold,
Oh,
Count
no.
Richard, Lady Elizabeth, Count Vlad.
I feel like I should be writing these down.
A being that introduced himself as Nosferatu. Saying
As I
that name
understand,
hurts. I don't know
as I
why.
understand, as I understand it, that last being is the one that rules over all in this place.
Didn't you
We,
say that Vlad was?
I thought it was Vlad because that is where me and my compatriots started. However, we got, well, I myself thought was in a state of I'm going to fuck around and find out. So we went up against something that we definitely should have. Hence, we are now like this. Myself and my friend over there, as I gestured to Axteth, used to be Goliaths, barbarians, strong as hell. But now I am something known as a sorcerer, and he is a druid. My dwarven friend over there used to be some sort of elf, and a hell of a shot with a gun. Now they do something with
Elves have pointy ears. Now he have round ears. It must feel very weird
Yes.
for him.
Probably not as weird as
Or
I
her.
feel.
Were they a her to begin with?
No, they were definitely a he. Now
That
they are
must be
her.
very weird as well.
It was very disconcerting.
if you are willing to help, or even just or follow me, I can promise I can. If we survive the ordeal of this place, get to Nosferatu and get out of here, well, there will definitely be a place for you to get out of here.
Do I go after that?
If you help us and follow, if you help us, we should be able to get out of here. With your
Out of
help,
where?
wherever the hell this place is. We were told it was a disc world. I am thinking it is something else.
I was told it was the material plane.
We
It
came
feels
from the
so
material
wrong,
plane.
though.
We came from material plane. You potentially came from a different material plane that is long since. See, I don't think Angus knows the material planes drop to the abyss, does he? No. Okay. He does. He does know that they. Actually, no.
He doesn't
No.
know.
He just knows that they like something happens to them because of you were perhaps from a material plane long past. But if you join us, help us, or follow me, you will have a place on my material plane. I will make sure of that.
What do you do?
Me? Well, out of here, I run a strike team. The members, the dwarf, the other human, and an orc woman, and some sort of lizard person are members of that team. There's also a goblin who's currently missing. Although after that happens, I will have free reign to do what I want. You could join me.
He kind of looks at you. Well, what does that mean, for instance?
Well, it means that really, unless you do something that harms either of our interests, I'm not going to exactly stop you.
What is your interest?
You My interests typically align with what entertains me. I fight those that are strong. Whether I succeed or lose, whether I win or lose doesn't exactly matter to me.
So
Of
you're
course,
a
I'm always
fan
trying to.
of. So you're a fan of gladiatorial battles like me?
You could say that, yes. My brother is more in the lines of being a professional fighter. I myself prefer the nitty gritty, he who and those who lose die sort of deal.
There's another way?
Apparently,
I have been told that this is the material plane, and you're telling me there is another that has a weird idea of how gladiatorial fights work? They are
yes,
only hosted once a decade to choose the new protectors of the five counts, or the five counts and lady.
and this is yes. Unfortunately, you have been told a falsehood. This is not the material plane. This is something else. The real material plane
He
is where I
scratches the
come
back
from.
of his head, and then he sort of grabs something from his pocket, and he lays it out in front of you all. Well, in front of everyone who is there. And before we get to what it is, Jimus, how do you wish to proceed with this?
Do not want to know on stream.
He wouldn't have asked if he didn't want to know.
We do not need graphic
Details.
detail. We just need to know how you want to start.
Are you straight to the point, or is there foreplay?
Oh, it's straight to the point.
All right. Well then, I'm gonna need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Lucky.
Alright.
$22.
22.
You fail. Now roll me a wisdom saving throw because you failed.
$19.
Alright, cool. You manage to keep most of your composure. You don't end up screaming down the hallways. But those who are around do hear what is going on, and they have made tracks to be as far away from earshot as possible. Had you rolled below a 15, you would have lost your composure. The reason why you rolled with disadvantage, by the way, is because a million years of
Oh, I can put that together.
You could say he has, unlimited expertise in the matter.
Alright, so, getting back to the rest of the group. Just finishing downloading the map for you guys.
I didn't write that fucker's name somewhere, because I didn't. Quick question, Hayden. Does those magic missile charges just stay on my wand
They
indefinitely?
stay there until I do it on a different item, or you use up all 10 charges.
Oh, cool.
The same with the enhanced spellcasting for Arcane Focus.
Yeah. It's a shame that doesn't add a +2 to my spell save.
Yeah, it's one thing I found odd. It adds a +2 to the
Attack
other
rolls.
enhanced ones. Add a +2 to both the attack and the damage. You'd think the focus one would give a +2 to the attack,
Spell
and
save and attack. Yeah.
DC.
Interesting. It's decided to download it somewhere I don't know where it is. Time to move it from another place. Oh, I see where it is. Ah. Well, it shouldn't be there. I better fix that. I couldn't find it. Here. Then move this down here for you. Oh, also, Jim, throw me a D100. Ah, cool.
Interesting.
Now,
So this is what this place looks like.
after he unravels it, it's like, this is this is my map. It has all the cities. Each city is named after the counts, and the main city in the middle is a place that you go to if you're rich or if you're fighting. There's no other reason for you to be there.
Well, eventually we will find our way there, for he will hold the way out. That won't
Now,
be for
I
some
need
time.
someone to roll me D4. Sorry, D3.
I got it.
Alright.
Slash 1d3.
You just rolled 11
Slash
D3. First one is 2.
Alright, so first one
One.
is 2. Alright, Angerfist, roll me a D100.
11.
Congratulations. You just screwed over James in the worst way possible.
Hey, James, you're pregnant.
Not my fault.
Alright, so he rolls up the map. We can go now. I need rest.
We will return to empty sands. What is your name, Goliath? What is your name, fellow Goliath?
Goliath. I was called a half giant.
Oh, you're a step above the average. You're a step above Goliath, then. You're closer to our heritage.
Step below. I was born
You are-
with problems. I managed to overcome them. I became bigger. And
Then you're a step above. You are closer to our heritage than Axdeath and I ever were.
if you say so. Let's go. As he starts stumbling, sort of walking. He's left his blade in the sand, by the way.
Do you not need that weapon?
I can call it back to me whenever I want. Not like anyone else would want to steal it, or try and lift it.
Agathis has a quick look at like his left hand. I don't remember if the mark isn't there anymore, is it? Due to a different body.
Yep.
Yeah, he just looks at his left hand like I could do that once. But it is but that is locked to a different body.
That was a lifetime ago.
Meta, yeah.
You, make your way back to town. There is gossip in the streets. They believe Grisat himself made an appearance. Apparently, they could hear sounds that no other being but those who have been around for lifetimes could make anyone make. Now I need one more con saving throw from you, Jimus, to see if you're awake after all of that. Alright, can someone roll me a d20?
Slash
Yeah.
1d.
Okay,
That one.
congratulations. You are barely awake.
Jesus Christ, my rolls for this session have been gloriously shit.
So, Jimus, how do you feel?
Amused.
Amused. Some of you hear whisperings. When that's said, is that they said that Grisat came from another layer of the abyss to do this deed.
Steph asleep.
I
Think so.
think so. Yep.
Interesting.
He only
This is
got
a
like
layer
3
of the
hours of sleep.
abyss. Yeah.
Also, the halter comes out with only pants and shoes on. What gave it away?
Oh, matter that this was a different, just a layer of the abyss.
Yeah.
Or is he asking something?
No, he said that.
Yeah. Well, honestly, didn't know until I heard the whispers of these people.
I should have
Interesting
told you
that-
all that, shouldn't I?
Well, we found out
That
anyway.
sort of slipped my mind, didn't it? Oh well.
It's rather fair that it slipped your mind, given the circumstances.
It only slipped my mind because this is a simulacrum. Because I'm a simulacrum. I'm pretty good at simulacrum, apparently. All the parts
Yes,
are there.
I've heard tell. I have heard tell.
Anyway. This shall be the base of operations for me for now. Oh, he's up and moving. As he looks up at the big dude. Do I know you?
Yeah, you beat the shit out of our friend here.
I apologize. Were you part of the gladiatorial fights? No, not at all. Yeah, I just stumbled upon you and you smacked me across, well, from the front gate
Also,
of...
Peter to hear.
I didn't know that I did that. I must be pretty strong. Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, you could. Anyway. You guys should get some rest. You got a big day tomorrow of moving from here to Castle Peter.
Also, Peter. To
I
fuck.
will not be
To,
joining you. I've got something to do here.
that is
Let's
more
do
than
some
understandable.
researches. I'll do some research after what just happened.
Fair.
You'll find your friend probably enjoying a relaxing time after being
They're probably
being
enjoying the
pummeled.
afterglow.
The afterglow.
That is what it is called, after the fact, yes.
After the fact of what?
Well, going by the whispers, I assume you fucked.
Oh no, did you hear? It was Grisette himself. I didn't take responsibility.
Right, yeah.
If you say that I did it, I'll deny it. I'm
All you
sure
want,
most
I
will
don't
believe
fucking
you now.
care.
Yep, neither do I. I can't believe it. God damn it, James. You
The second
and
fucking
Duncan.
time.
You and fucking Duncan. The same goddamn being. I swear, if I ever got you and Duncan in the same game, I wouldn't be able to run it. You'd be running me.
Yeah.
So you're saying you're a very powerful wizard who can change your gender. I hear there's a supply closet over there.
Oh, fucking hell. Alright, so.